Hello, I'm Angel Blush. Welcome to my video, Easy Pin-Up Eye Makeup for Stage. Starting off with our base makeup already completely on. I've got a full coverage foundation, I've got powder, I have contour, blush, highlight, it's all on there. Here we are, touching up a bit of highlight. Always remember that for stage we want it to be a lot bolder, a lot more vibrant than what you would usually have for your everyday life. Also using a brow pomade and Russian red lipstick. Now, moving on to eyes, we're starting with a white eyeshadow base. You can also use a very light concealer. And here I'm just applying that from lash line up to brow and blending it in with my finger on both sides. You can actually use this product to carve out your brows if you've made any errors or just to highlight that area. I'm also going underneath all throughout my waterline and down my lower lash line with this white cream base. And next what we're going to do is just set that using a white eyeshadow. So I'm just going to tap it along and set that cream product. Now I'm taking a fluffy eyeshadow brush and a medium brown shade, and I'm going to begin my crease work. So I'm starting to define my crease by just sort of tapping and sweeping backwards and forwards in the crease area. I'm also going to sort of make a little bit of an outer V triangle definition by bringing the brush straight back down and back to my lash line. And you can use a bronzer for this. I actually used my contour shade. Next, I'm going in with a pencil brush and I'm doing the same thing on my lower lash line. So I'm just sweeping it backwards and forwards and I'm joining it up to where my crease ends, where that crease shadow ends, on both eyes. Now I'm taking a dark brown and I'm just working on the upper crease at the moment, and I'm just basically sweeping it backwards and forwards and adding definition and depth to my crease. You can go quite dark here, and that's going to really add extra dimension to your eye look. And I'm also using that same dark shade on a smaller brush, and I'm just running it along my lower lash line again. So we really want to build a lot of depth. Now I'm going to cut my crease. So I'm taking a small flat shader brush and again my cream shadow base. This can be a concealer, just whatever you have. And I'm just going to basically use that to define and carve out my lid. You can also make your lid a little bit larger if you have small lids, and do any sort of correction that you need to here. I'm going to set that using a shimmery eyeshadow. It's going to create a bit of a base for glitter. So I'm just tapping it on top and setting that cream product down. Now we have a lovely defined eyelid. I'm taking a shimmery dark brown and I'm tapping it along the very end of my eye, and that's basically going to blend in my very, very light eyelid with my darker crease colours. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking a very dark colour, this could actually be black as well, on a short shader brush, and I'm further defining that cut crease. So I'm just almost like sort of gently stamping it along where the light colour ends. I'm going to get that a little blend out because we really want maximum definition so that your eyes are going to be really expressive on stage and so that we can really see them. And next I'm just taking that very, very dark brown shade and I'm basically doing a lower lash sort of liner where I'm just stamping it again. Again, we just want maximum definition for our stage looks so that it can be seen. Eyes are so important. They add so much characterization to your stagecraft. We really want them to be able to stand out and be seen. And I'm just giving that a nice little blend. And next up, we have glitter. So I'm using a Stila Glitter and Glow, just applying that on my mobile eyelid there. I'm then going to just use a pressed eyeshadow glitter. This is just a real cheap one from Colourpop, and this is a really easy, cheap way to get a decent glittery eyelid. for myself, I do prefer using loose glitters and liquids, but they can definitely be quite intimidating when you're just starting out. Next, it's eyeliner. Now, all I'm doing is I'm just starting off by doing a line, a thin line across my lashes, across my lash line there on both eyes. And then I'll do just a flick up, and I'll pretty much leave it at that, and I'll thicken it up if I need to, depending on how dramatic I want it. Because I really want a very pin-uppy vintage look, I do want quite a large wing. I want it to be able to be seen even through my sort of heavy stage lashes. Most important thing with liner, I think, is show it who's boss. Just go in and do it, and that kind of gives the best result. Don't worry if it's not completely perfect either. Mine are looking pretty good. Now what I want to do is kind of like take a concealer with a flat brush and actually clean up the shadow that is outside the winged liner line. I hope that makes sense. Just sort of cleaning up that shadow so that where the liner is, there's no shadow outside of that line, and that gives a really nice professional look, and it also kind of gives you a nice lifted eye look as well. It's just tiny things like that which take 30 seconds, and it makes a massive difference. Now we're moving on to lashes. These are my She Glam lashes. I'm using black glue because I have the black liner. I'm just going to apply some glue. While the glue's setting, I'm curling my lashes, and I'm going to apply a bit of mascara, quite heavy on the bottom lash and a little bit on the top. And then we're going to grab our lashes with our tweezers, look down, and we're going to press the lash into the center of the eyelid, and then we're just going to tuck the edges in. That's kind of the quickest, easiest way to apply lashes. It only takes a few seconds. There we are. These are quite big actually, these lashes. So I was sort of having a little flutter around and seeing how I liked them. And again, bulk into the middle. There they go, and then I'm just tucking the corners. It is that easy. Once you've applied lashes a few times, it just takes less than a minute, and they are such a must-have. These ones are, like I said, very dramatic really, but love them for stage. They're still quite fluffy so you can see the shadow work. And there we go. That's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've found it inspiring or learnt some tips and tricks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.